What if I told you that the water you use for washing your hands or doing your laundry could become the clean, pure drinking water in your glass tomorrow? It sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, right? But it's not. This technology is real. It's here, and it could completely change how we think about water in our own homes. Imagine never having to worry about water shortages or the quality of your tap water ever again. That's the promise of a groundbreaking technology called a compact hybrid wastewater treatment system. Today, we're going to dive deep into how this incredible system works, turning your home's wastewater, the stuff that goes down the drain, into high-quality drinking water. So, what exactly is this grey water we're talking about? It's all the used water from your showers, bathtubs, bathroom sinks, and washing machines. Basically, everything except what comes from your toilet. On average, a single person can produce over 30 gallons of grey water every single day. Now, imagine if you could safely reuse all of that. That's a huge amount of water you could save. Traditionally, all this water just gets flushed away into the sewer system, where it's mixed with much more contaminated water, sent to a massive treatment plant miles away, and put through an energy-intensive process before being released back into the environment. It's an inefficient, centuries-old model, but this new system does things differently. It's compact enough to fit right in your home, maybe in a basement or a utility closet, and it tackles the problem at the source. The magic behind it lies in a powerful two-step process: membrane filtration and advanced oxidation. Let's break down what that means. Think of the first step, membrane filtration, as a super advanced bouncer at the door of a very exclusive club. The club is your clean water tank, and the bouncer is an ultra-fine membrane. This isn't just any filter. We're talking about a membrane with pores so tiny they're measured in nanometers. For perspective, a human hair is about 80,000 to 100,000 nanometers wide. These pores are thousands of times smaller. When your grey water flows into the system, it's first pushed against this membrane. The water molecules, being very small, can squeeze through, but everything else gets stopped in its tracks. We're talking about dirt, soap, scum, lint from your clothes, hair, bacteria, and even viruses. They are all physically blocked from passing through. This process is incredibly effective and removes the vast majority of physical and biological contaminants, leaving the water looking crystal clear. It's a purely physical separation, no chemicals needed for this part. The result is water that's already very clean, but we're not done yet. We're aiming for perfection water that's safe enough to drink. This is where the second, even more amazing step comes in: advanced oxidation processes, or AOPs. If membrane filtration was the bouncer, think of AOPs as the deep cleaning crew that sterilizes the entire club after the party. This step is designed to destroy any sneaky contaminants that are too small to be filtered out, like dissolved organic compounds, traces of pharmaceuticals, personal care products, and any remaining microorganisms that might have slipped through. How does it do this? AOPs work by creating some of the most powerful oxidizing agents in nature, primarily something called hydroxyl radicals. These are like tiny, super-reactive Pac-Men that hunt down and obliterate organic pollutants. They are incredibly unstable and short-lived, which means they do their job almost instantly and then disappear, leaving no harmful byproducts behind. One common way to create these hydroxyl radicals is by combining ultraviolet light, the same type of UV light used in hospital sterilization, with an oxidizing agent like ozone or hydrogen peroxide. When the filtered water passes through a chamber where it's exposed to this powerful combination, a chemical reaction is triggered, producing a swarm of these hydroxyl radicals. These radicals are not picky. They attack and break down the molecular structure of any remaining pollutants, turning them into harmless substances like water, carbon dioxide, and simple mineral salts. It's a process of complete molecular destruction. This ensures that the final water isn't just physically clean, but chemically and biologically pure. It's been sterilized to a level that often exceeds the standards for municipal tap water. So, let's recap the journey of a single drop of water. It starts as soapy water from your shower goes down the drain and enters the compact system. First, it's forced through an ultrafine membrane that strips out all the particles, solids, and bacteria. Then, this clarified water flows into the AOP chamber, where UV light and an oxidizing agent create hydroxyl radicals. These radicals instantly destroy any remaining dissolved pollutants. And what comes out the other end? Pure, clean, safe drinking water, ready to be stored in a tank and used for anything you want drinking, cooking, or even another shower. It's a complete, closed-loop cycle right within your own home. The benefits here are massive. First and foremost, water security. You become far less reliant on the municipal water supply, which is a huge advantage in areas prone to droughts or with aging infrastructure. You're essentially creating your own private water source. Second, it's environmentally friendly. By recycling your water on-site, you drastically reduce the load on municipal sewage systems and treatment plants, which saves enormous amounts of energy and reduces the overall environmental footprint of your household. You're conserving a precious resource in the most direct way possible. Third, there's the quality. You have complete control over your water purification process. The water produced by these hybrid systems is often of a higher purity than bottled water because it's been treated with such advanced technology. You know exactly what's in your water, or rather, what's not in it. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds expensive and complicated to maintain, and that's a valid concern, but the technology is evolving rapidly. As these systems become more common, the costs are coming down, and they are being designed to be as automated and user-friendly as possible. The membranes have self-cleaning cycles, and the System S sensors will tell you when it's time to replace a UV lamp or refill a component. The goal is for it to be as hassle-free as your water heater. This isn't just a fantasy for the future. These systems are already being used in various applications, from off-grid homes and eco-resorts to disaster relief situations where a clean water source is needed immediately. The potential for widespread residential use is just around the corner. Imagine a future where every new home is built with one of these systems as a standard feature. A future where our cities are more resilient, our environment is cleaner, and every one of us has access to the highest quality water imaginable, straight from our own homes. The technology to turn our wastewater into a valuable resource is here, and it's set to revolutionize our relationship with water. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the future of water. If you found this fascinating, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. What do you think about this technology? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.